Some say the worst storms aren't the ones that rage outside your window. They're the ones that bring something, or someone, to your door. Tonight, I'm going to share 3 true stories that prove just how right that saying is. Before we begin, make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable. You might want to check that your doors are locked. Because of these stories, they're all true. I never used to think much about the sounds my house made at night. Creaks, groans, the occasional thump. They were just part of living alone. But after what happened that stormy night, every single sound makes me wonder, am I really alone? I had been home from work for about an hour, just watching TV in my bedroom while a storm raged outside. We don't get many big thunderstorms around here, so I was already a bit on edge. That's when I heard it, a sound from downstairs. You know how sometimes you just know something isn't right? That gut feeling that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up? Well, my gut was screaming at me when I went to investigate and found my living room lamp lying in the middle of the floor. Sure, it was an unstable lamp. Sure, it fell over all the time when bumped. But this was different. This time, nobody had bumped it. At least, nobody I could see. If you're watching this alone right now, you might want to take a quick look around your room. I'll wait. What happened next still haunts me. The rain. It started sounding different, wrong, like it was somehow inside the walls. When I followed the sound downstairs to my storage closet, I found the window wide open, a window I hadn't touched in months. My phone was upstairs on my bed. My car keys were in the kitchen. And somewhere in my house, someone was waiting for me to go to sleep. The footsteps came without warning, heavy, fast, sprinting down the upstairs hallway right above my head. They were coming for the stairs, coming for me. I ran. I just ran. The police found nothing when they arrived, just an empty house with a broken window. But sometimes, even now when I'm alone at home, I don't feel alone at all. Working the night shift at a gas station during a storm is already unsettling enough. But when a stranger shows up with bloody knuckles and hollow eyes, well, that's when true terror begins. It started as a typical overnight shift coverage. The rain was keeping most people away, which usually would have been a blessing. But that night, it just meant I was alone when he showed up. I'd seen him earlier, pacing in the rain, for hours just pacing. When he finally came banging on the door during the worst of the storm, I let him in. That was my first mistake. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and seen nothing looking back? Just emptiness. His knuckles were cut up, bruised, bloody, fresh injuries. He wouldn't stop pacing, wouldn't explain anything, just walked back and forth while the storm raged outside. When I reached for the phone, his head snapped toward me so fast. For 20 minutes, 20 of the longest minutes of my life, I stood there, watching this man pace my store, wondering if each step would be the one where he finally snapped. The thing about driving alone at night during a storm is that you're already vulnerable. Add in a flooded road and 3 men in black hoodies. Well, that's when nightmare becomes reality. I was driving home from my security job at 1 a.m. when I hit the flooded section. No other cars around, just me and the storm. When I tried to back up, that's when my car started beeping. There was another vehicle behind me. No headlights, just there, like it had appeared out of nowhere. The first man approached my window slowly, knocking, just knocking, not saying a word. I thought maybe he was drunk. That's what I told myself, until I saw the second man, and the third. My tires lost traction in the floodwater for what felt like forever. 3-4 seconds of pure terror, not knowing if I'd make it out. But somehow I did. The police later found the car, stolen months ago, hundreds of miles away. I never found out what those men wanted. Maybe it's better that way. But I do know one thing. I'm never driving those back roads during a storm again. These stories remind us that sometimes the real horror isn't in the supernatural. It's in the very real danger that can come knocking at our door, or breaking through our window, or trapping us on a flooded road. If you enjoyed these true horror stories, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And remember, when the storm comes, make sure you know who else might be seeking shelter.